Hey, this is Wolf Hoffmann. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. We're going to get started in a second, all right?
Good.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. Thanks for getting up or staying up late. What time is it near you?
11 in the morning. So none of the above. It's the perfect time of the day, even for a musician.
But it's 11 in the morning here.
He's near us.
You're near us.
Yep.
Oh, where are you? You're in New York. Ah.
Yeah.
Is there a show that we didn't know about?
Don't laugh. Seriously. Is there?
Okay.
Is there a show where?
Is there a show in New York today?
No, there was last night.
Oh. We suck.
We played the Gramercy Theater in New York. Fantastic show. Had a ball.
Well, don't we feel like a bunch of dicks now? 89.7 FM, MyWCWP. What's up, everybody? Pat and Dan from the Shred Shack here. Talking with Wolf Hoffmann from Accept. Wolf, how you doing?
How's it going? Fantastic here. So, all good.
Nice. You're in New York City. You guys played a show last night, right?
That's correct. We played the Gramercy Theater and had a sold-out show. Had a great time.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't get in. It was sold out.
I know. I saw you banging at the door there, so sorry about that.
It's okay. We'll get you next time. So has the turnout been good for the past couple of shows? I know that you guys are you guys just put out a new album. You guys are doing...
Yeah. We're just doing these few shows as sort of a tag on to say hello to our American fans, and we had some great response. Like I said, sold out last night. We did 3 shows in California before that, and we're headed over to Europe tomorrow to continue the full-blown European tour, headlining tour over there.
Yeah, the first stop on your tour is going to be Denmark when you get to Europe. Right?
Correct. Yeah, we're doing like 10 or 12 shows in Scandinavia, and then work our way through the rest of Europe, and later on go to Japan and Australia, pretty much the rest of the world. But we didn't get a chance to do any U.S. shows otherwise, so we felt like we want to do just a few shows here in the U.S. first.
So, like you guys said, you're going to Australia. Is that like your first time going there?
Yeah, first time ever for us.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, man, it's been on our bucket list for a long, long time, and it finally happened. And actually, we got a couple sellout shows there that actually added some more shows for us in Australia, which is great. So hopefully it's going to be not the first and the last. It's going to be a regular tour stop from now on. It's just so damn far away that it's hard to get physically.
Yeah. Now, since you made it to Australia, you're going to try and break Metallica's record, play on every continent?
Nah, we'll see. We're working on it. I mean, we're really we are a worldwide touring band. I mean, when we say world tour, it really pretty much means the world. I mean, we do a lot of shows in Russia, and of course Japan has always been on the tour list. So yeah.
So, new album, Blind Rage. From what I've heard of it so far, it's pretty awesome. Tell us about it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's another typical old-school record by Accept, and it's getting great responses. It actually entered the German charts at #1, which is the first for us as well. So, overwhelming response so far. And I think what people like about it is that it's got, like I said, the old-school vibe to it, but with a modern sound. So we didn't really try to change anything. We just tried to write typical Accept songs, only better than ever.
Well, yeah, because it seems to me like just as somebody who really became a huge fan of you guys through Blood of the Nations, it sounds a lot more like that album than your last one, Stalingrad. Was that kind of the way you were thinking?
I mean, I think these last 3 albums, all with Mark Tonillo, are sort of in the same pocket. But I would have to agree that this one sounds a little more mature and more along the lines of Blood of the Nations. I think overall, all 3 of them have been super successful for us. And some fans even tell me that this new reincarnation of Accept sounds better to them than anything we've ever done. So that makes us very happy. I think overall we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah, to me, you guys, it reminds me a lot of how, like, Exodus has persevered throughout the ages, where, like, they've changed the sound just enough where they adapt, but they're still relevant, and it still sounds great. And especially with the lineup that you guys have right now, with the singer that you've got. I think it really does it stands the test of time. It's good.
Yeah, I think we found the perfect guy with Mark Tornillo, and the weird thing is it all happened by accident. We didn't really plan on any of this to happen. It's just sort of one day we met Mark and decided to regroup the band, and just because we felt it was the perfect fit, and we've been proven right. I think he can do the old material perfectly convincing for the people, for the old time fans, but at the same time he can do stuff we would never do before. So perfect fit for us, for sure.
Now, I know that you guys have been reuniting with Udo in the past and everything. Between your previous album, which I believe was it Death Row or Predator back in '96?
Yeah. In the '90s, we reunited with Udo for sure. Yeah.
Between that time and Blood of the Nations, were you writing the whole time, or was a lot of this new stuff a result of having the new singer and just this revitalization?
Yeah. It was all written on the spot when we decided to do this. None of this stuff was actually... I didn't even personally write anything in all these years off. We literally, sometimes I didn't play guitar for months at a time just because I had no reason to. The band didn't really do anything, and nobody thought about it, and there's no reason to. But then we found Mark, we regrouped and decided to do this right and record new material from the ground up.
After not playing for however many months, is it hard to just get right back on the horse, or is it like riding a bike?
A lot of it is like riding a bike, but it's definitely a little amount of rust is also on the fingers. So you need to get in the groove again. Of course, you can't just pick it up where you left off. But it's not like you're starting from scratch or anything. It's even to me sometimes surprising how you don't forget how to do this. It's quite amazing. You don't literally have to practice every day, I don't think. I mean, you can, but it doesn't hurt. But
it may hurt after a while.
Yeah.
Now, with Blind Rage, it was you said it was your first #1 in Germany, but it also apparently hit number 35 here on the Billboard 200 in the States.
Yeah.
Which is pretty phenomenal for a metal band nowadays.
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, worldwide, we've had some higher chart entries than we've ever had with any album, really. So that's pretty darn good.
Yeah. And not only that, but you also you put out a live DVD from Live from Chile.
Yeah.
And, is that your first live DVD?
Well, in this reincarnation, in this formation, it surely is. And a lot of fans have been asking since we are doing, all these shows, and people love what they see. They always asked us for, why don't you guys do a live DVD and blah, blah, blah. And so finally we decided now is the time to release something as a bonus material with this album as part of the Digipack version of it. And, people are loving it. And we will continue to film shows, and we'll probably do another live DVD in the future. And, this is not the last, but we wanted to not wait any longer. Releases now. We like the show in Chile so much because the Chilean fans and South American fans in general are just uber excited, about this stuff. I mean, they're so into it. It's phenomenal to play down there. It's really another experience on a whole other level. So we wanted to capture that as much as we can.
Yeah, they're pretty intense down there.
It seems like every major show that a band does is from, either Rio, Chile, or Peru. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we're not the first band to discover that down there. I mean, they're wilder than anywhere else.
Well, I was actually watching some footage from you guys playing at Wacken this past year, and you guys you've been around for 30+ years at this point. You guys still put on a fantastic show, so much energy with a stripped down stage set. That's impressive.
Well, thank you much. Yeah, we had a really good time. Wacken was phenomenal. And we actually, there's another concert we played that same weekend just a few months ago, and it was in Poland in front of 700,000+ people. That's the largest audience we've ever played to, and maybe ever will.
What show was that?
A lot of people, man, and it was a phenomenal show as well. And it's out there on YouTube, and you can watch that. It's some really kick-ass footage from that as well.
Yeah, that's been the upside to having YouTube, is that a lot of pro shot footage of various bands, including yours, obviously, just appear on there, and people can watch great footage instead of looking for bootlegs.
Yeah, seems like
Right. What I find phenomenal is that you can actually watch this stuff live streaming in really good quality now. I've gotten while we just came off stage and people were texting me from all over in the U.S. and Canada and South America. I just watched you guys, live on, streaming, and the quality apparently was really good too.
Yeah,
it was just like I was there, except there wasn't a sweaty guy next to me screaming your name.
Yeah, except I wasn't standing in the mud, next to 500,000 other kids.
So now you're going to be touring right now. You guys have the album out now. What does the future hold for Accept?
Who knows, man? World domination. Who knows?
I like that answer.
Now we're going to continue touring. This leg of the tour is going to continue until Christmas time when we come back from Russia, and then hopefully another full-blown U.S. tour in about the spring. And we'll do some major festival shows next year. So we'll continue touring this album for at least, most part of next year. And then we'll see what else is there. Probably another album at some point. But we aren't even thinking about that yet,
Well, why not?
Well, because we don't have time, man. We just made another album, so give us a break.
We want a new album now.
Now.
Oh, come on. That was like a month ago, man.
Is it really so much to ask? Yeah, one album a month.
Seems like Overkill comes out with an album every 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, we did 3 albums in 5 years. Gosh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
going here.
Yeah, we've mentioned to a few bands that having consistent albums every 2 years is kind of a godsend at this point, because a lot of bands just kind of drag their feet and take 5 years. It's no, we want some good consistent music.
Yeah,
and with you guys are always putting out great material, especially because it's a lot of traditional metal tinged into new time.
Yeah.
So it's been good to hear a lot of traditional metal as opposed to other stuff that's been flooding the airwaves.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. A lot of time goes into making an album. I mean, the one thing we don't never want to do is sort of just crank one out and say, it's fine, it's good enough. They don't know the difference. I hate that. I really want to put all my heart and soul into what I do, and I want to make sure it's the best it can possibly be at the time. And that sometimes is, it's not easy. You can't crank it out in a couple of weeks or anything. It really takes months and months. And I think one of the reasons why this album is so successful is because Peter and I started songwriting last summer or spring, actually, during these festival shows, and it continued all the way into Christmas time last year. So it was a good solid 6-8 months that we spent, working on this stuff just about every day. And I think that makes for more mature stuff, because you can have the luxury of putting a song aside for a few weeks and listen to it again and again and again and reworking it until it finally is sort of, there.
I can't think of any other way to end this interview. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
Waffles or pancakes?
Neither.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Black Sabbath, do you prefer with Dio or with Ozzy?
Dio.
Favorite non-metal song that you listen to right now?
I don't.
Do you work out?
I'm metal all the way, sorry.
Do you work out?
Yes.
Sum up Metallica in the last 15 years in 3 words. Go.
Oh, shit.
That was a great answer.
That was the best answer I could have hoped for that.
All right. How many fingers am I holding?
Wrong, but it sounded funny, and so we'll leave it.
How many fingers am I holding up?
None.
You're right.
Wow.
You got a fist up. Who would win in an arm wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
Oh, Lemmy for sure. Are you kidding?
And if the band was stranded on a desert island, which member would be eaten first?
Would do what?
If your band was stranded on a desert island, which one of the members would be eaten first?
Peter.
Any reason?
No, but he's always first in this kind of stuff. He's always finds his way around.
Let me just take a quick look. Yup, bass player. There is always a pattern, and it's always the bass player.
Yep.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. You've been a nothing but a pleasure to talk to. Accept's new album, Blind Rage, is out right now. Pick it up. Thanks a lot.
Come and get it while it's hot.
Absolutely.
It'll be hot for a while.
All right.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Later.
Bye.